figure, a good leader. It's his 500th league game today. Also, Steve Hodge there, transfer speculation about him in the past week, which I'm sure Ron Atkinson will be aware of. What a fine young player he is. And then up front, Peter Davenport, top scorer with 7, and the former Notts County man, Trevor Christie. Liverpool, meanwhile, of course, ever-present, Bruce Grobbelaar in goal. Gary Gillespie now comes into the back four, his first league appearance, incidentally, since he signed from Coventry in July 1983, although, of course, he played against Benfica on Wednesday in the European Cup. In midfield, then, we now find, as Ian was saying, defender Mark Lawrenson. Craig Johnston there as well, his first league game since he returned from Australia after the birth of his daughter there. Up front, that's a promising combination, Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush. So Johnny Method moves into the defence for Forest. He's played at the back, of course, with his previous clubs, particularly Real Madrid. 26 years old, no stranger then to a defending position. And I suppose with young Chris Fairclough, he'll be responsible for keeping a check, as they'll need to do on this man. Ian Rush, that cartilage operation kept Ian out of the Liverpool side until the Everton game last Saturday. He didn't score then, but of course that magnificent and magnetic scoring touch returned with the hat-trick against Benfica on Wednesday. Referee today is George Courtney from County Durham. In the centre there. In fact, officiated in Florence in midweek, Fiorentina against Anderlecht. There's Brian Clough. Broke new ground again today, I think, Ron, because I think he was in that bench 5 minutes before his team came out.
Yes, that was a strange thing to do. As you say, fully 5 minutes, Cloughie came out and just plunked himself in the dugout, and the rest of the team must have been stuck in the dressing room still.
Well, it's been, as Jim Rosenthal was saying, a grey and glowering sort of day in the East Midlands. Rain on the pitch, and I would suggest, Ron, that it'll give a bit of zip to it and may well add to the excitement of it all.
Yes, I think so. I'll tell you what I'm very interested to see. As you said, Johnny Method has played many times at the back, but I'm just wondering, he's not the quickest player in the world. He's a good reader and a good skillful player. I'm just wondering how he might just cope with the pace of Rush up there.
Well, certainly it's a vital game for Liverpool. Brian Clough himself has said, though, that whatever you do, don't write Liverpool off. They may be in the bottom 3, but he still believes they will be there or thereabouts when the championship's decided at the end of the season. But a crucial game for them. And Forest, who've not lost at home. And it's Liverpool attacking the goal to our left in a change strip today of all yellow as Neil plants a long ball forward. Here's Method straight away. Oh, and a back pass. It puts Rush almost in there. And for Dalglish, and well, that was very casual and a lack of awareness by Method. Very nearly let Rush in. He might have made a little more of it. Davenport surely offside. Indeed he is. That was a remarkable start by Method, though, Ron.
Yeah, well, I think defenders very often are natural defenders, and he probably hasn't played in the back four for some while, and he's certainly got caught napping there. Very, very slack, very dangerous thing to do.
Phil Neal with the free kick to Liverpool. Oh, and Method missing that one. Fairclough is there and getting it away. And now Metcalf has made a contact. Neal backpedaling. Here's Johnston. Played on for Dalglish. Rush in the middle. And Fairclough with the header away. Helped on by Kenny Swain. Here's Lawrenson in that new midfield role. Swain with a throw. And now Lee. Dalglish. Claim for handball there by Method and given. Free kick to Liverpool.
You know, Brian, it looks as if Craig Johnson's going to sit in just behind Rush and Dalglish, and he's got great pace, and I always feel when he plays for them, he certainly gives them a little bit more zest from the middle of the park.
Well, here he is on the ball at the moment with a little flick for Lawrenson. Dalglish. Charge down, Lee. Kennedy. Played in again for Rush. and Whelan couldn't quite keep it in. But you get an indication straight away that the pitch will certainly insist that the game is played with a lot of pace. Hanson. The first touch for Bruce Grobbelaar. Lee. Gillespie. Davenport was nearly in there. Sammy Lee again, a long ball forward. This will be Sutton's. 6-footer, 23 years old. Walsh. Natural left-sided player with a fair bit of pace down that flank. Walsh winning the free kick. Setting Davenport on his way with Christie in the middle. Mills coming up fast, and Bowyer's in there too. And a misunderstanding. Can Hodge retrieve it? Can Forrest retrieve it? Yes, they can with Christie, but there was determination in the defence there for Liverpool. Method calmly wide for Swain. Gillespie's header. Kenny Swain, Liverpool led in point of fact, born on Birkenhead. Here comes the Hodge. Kennedy away. Gunn being pursued by Dalglish. Dalglish, talking to him just before the game, made light of the pressure that's on Liverpool. Would the win against Benfica help? We shall see, he said. He certainly wasn't giving much away. Metcalf keeping it in. Christie. Forward falls for Johnston. And now for Lee. Dalglish. Craig Johnston again, but Walsh getting it away to Christie. And ball claimed the Forest fans. Nothing doing, says referee Courtney. Hanson. Whelan.
Certainly the early signs are gone. This is one of the typical Liverpool Forest games. Liverpool having all the possession, playing it around as they like to. Forest just sitting there and trying to contain them.
Well, they've got to contain Sammy Lee, and they've done so with Swain getting it back. Here's Guy. Well, if there are any problems being three from the bottom, Ron, Liverpool aren't showing them at the moment. It's early days, but they look comfortable enough.
Yes, I can't for a moment imagine they're a little bit worried about that. They know they're a good side, and they know they've got a lot of good players that are eventually going to produce the goods.
Here's Lee. And now Johnston. And twice denied by Method. Johnston tries again. This time he gets it into Rush. And a goal kick. A good goal-scoring record against Nottingham Forest, because Liverpool did the double on Forest last year, both by 1-0, and both times the goals came from Ian Rush. Sutton with the kick. Christie versus Gillespie, and Gillespie won it well. Kennedy planting it forward. Lawrenson's touch. Walsh. And that's the foul given. Yes, it is. By Phil Neal. Nil time challenged on the Forest number 11. Swain will take it. Fairclough, very positive. Gillespie. Rush. Kennedy. That's a fair ball there. Now, Whelan looking for a good cross and getting it towards Dalglish. Swain not really getting any distance on that header, but he was helped out by his captain Bowyer, and again by Bowyer. And Lawrenson getting it to Whelan again, who acrobatically kept that one in play. More than that, finds Kennedy. Back for Ronnie Whelan again. And that's an interesting ball, and a dummy by Craig Johnston. And now for Kenny Dalglish. And somehow they kept it out when Johnston looked on the brink of putting Liverpool into the lead. Ron Atkinson?
Brian, they certainly don't look like the side that are in the bottom three at the moment. They're showing it around with all their old confidence and poise. I can't help feeling that the Forest front lads, Christian Davenport, are going to have to do a hell of a lot of work to try and contain the Liverpool back four if they're left up there on their own.
And saved, as you saw there, off the heel of Kenny Swain. Gillespie again. Well, it falls for Davenport. He's got Christie in the middle, Hodge lurking too. He's got Walsh calling again for a good cross, turned in and intercepted well by Alan Hansen. And Liverpool coming out with pace again. Rush away on the flank. Fairclough with him, you'll notice. Lee. Johnston. And there's a good ball again, finding Whelan. Mills funneling back to help bring down his defender, but conceding the free kick. Gary Mills and Ronnie Whelan. Kennedy with the kick. Dalglish. Goal kick. But as yet, with 10 minutes, the action has been in the Forest half, and as yet, Bruce Grobbelaar has not had so much as a shot to worry him. Bowyer. Now Neil. Lee. Rush. Bill Neal. Cut out by Bowyer. Found Davenport. Foul on him by Gillespie. Talk about Kenny Swain being a Liverpool lad, so too is Peter Davenport, number 10. Here's Hodge. Well, Hodge, interesting little ball there. He wanted Bowyer to chase that one.
It's the first time, Brian, that one of the Forest midfield players has got past the ball. They've been sitting in a straight line, the four of them, and if they're going to break the Liverpool back four down, I feel sure that Hodge and Bowyer are going to have to make those sort of runs.
Kennedy. There's a break coming from the midfield with Craig Johnston, but it was Fairclough who got there first. Dalglish, Lawrenson, sprayed here for Johnston, and it came off gun for a Liverpool throw. You've just joined us, 12 minutes gone. Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 0. Liverpool in those opening 12 minutes having territorially at any rate much the better of it. But here's Walsh for Nottingham Forest. Gillespie, free kick. Lawrenson. Hansen keeping his head. So too did Kennedy. And between them deceiving Davenport and Christie. And leaving a bit of space for Gillespie to find Dalglish. Lee. Lawrenson. Neil. Rush. Just finding Lawrenson. It's an interesting ball again by Lawrenson for Rush. And it might come yet. I thought for a moment it was coming for Dalglish. That was extraordinary. And Kennedy! Well, Lawrenson made quite a contribution there, Ron.
Yes, he started off very, very well. He started off as if he plays midfield all his life. Couldn't help thinking before the game, both Jimmy and Ian were on about the weakness of the Liverpool fullbacks. He looked a little bit offside there, actually, Craig Johnson, didn't he?
Well, there's another Liverpool fullback coming in.
That's right, but I always feel if you don't occupy the Liverpool fullbacks, if you don't work at them, they're both good players. They both like plenty of free space, and they both come forward and use the ball very well.
Gillespie. Liverpool continuing to have more of the game, and will continue to with this free kick for the foul on Rush. And it'll be Lawrenson. Need to pick up Ronnie Whelan, but Gary Mills had read that well enough. Christie finding Walsh. Now Medford. Swain. Or rather Davenport. Oh, that releases Christie. And offside against Hodge. Trevor Christie, 4 goals this season for Forest. 25 last season for Notts County. Neil. Foul, probably a handball in point of fact by Craig Johnston. So there's the score. If you just come in with a quarter of an hour of this game gone, Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 0. Lee to Neil. Forest throw. Christie probably jumping on his man, Phil Neal, giving the free kick to Liverpool. It'll be Lee with it. Dalglish. Neil. Could be an interception here, and it's Gary Mills on the chase now with Davenport one side. But sadly for him, Kenny Dalglish firing his way. Johnston. Whelan. Lawrenson. Gillespie. Still most of the play confined to this Nottingham Forest half of the field. Lawrenson. Gillespie had to hurry into that one. Gillespie, former Coventry City lad, he made a bit of a mistake that led to a goal against Benfica on Wednesday night, but overall it was an excellent game that he had. He looked sure enough at the back this afternoon, but now it's Bowyer for Nottingham Forest. Just can't get their attack going, can they, Ron?
No, well, Liverpool have got them boxed in, and you're talking about the lad Gillespie there. It's quite a good start for him, in as much as he's not being put under any pressure. He's having plenty of time on the ball, and he is a very, very good user of the ball.
Kennedy. Johnston again. Method with him. And again the ball running away from the pair of them, and it's a goal kick.
Yeah, Johnson's doing a hell of a lot of joining in from midfield for them. He's giving them a little bit of a dimension they've probably not had this season. He's got good pace. He does the unorthodox things, not really in the Liverpool fashion sometimes, but he has got this knack of upsetting defences.
Whelan's header, Dalglish's pass, a linesman's flag. Offside against Ian Rush. Medford free kick. Gillespie getting there before Davenport. And did well. As one was saying, using the ball well to find Dalglish. Now Johnston finding Kennedy, finding Whelan. Walsh might have cut that one out. As it was, it went to Lee. Neil. Here's Johnston again. Dalglish and Lawrence's pass. And Rush gets through there. Hansen. Dalglish again. This will be Gunn. Instructions, I gather, that Brian Clough always gives his team before they leave the dressing room is be first. It is Liverpool who are being first most of the time in this opening 20 minutes. Just that little bit sharper as Neil plays it forward again, and another goal kick. Trevor Christie to come a little closer, and in fact the ball never went into play, so it'll be another Forest throw. Now, 20 minutes gone, no goals. Nottingham Forest against Liverpool. Christie. That's a fair ball there, finding Walsh, but Neil was there. Lawrenson with the clearance. Walsh with the throw. Now Davenport. Mills waiting in the middle, and Hodge has come up as well. It's Grobbelaar's catch. And what a good throw, releasing Ronnie Whelan. And forcing him down the line and getting his challenge in, and in fact a throw to Forest. Kennedy. Johnston making a very energetic burst through the middle. Method. It's Hodge. Brunson to Craig Johnston. Lawrenson again. Well, that's an interception by Mills, but Hansen's coming across there. That's a foul, and the referee is reaching for the book. He was always second going to that one, Alan Hansen, and he's got to go back. And the name of the Scottish international will go into the book.
Maybe a bit unfortunate there, you know. On another day, I think he may have got away with that, but there's no question. I think Hansen made sure that if he didn't get the ball, he was definitely going to make sure Mills didn't go past. Because the lad Mills has got some great pace as well. It would have been a great situation for him.
And I think George Courtney was right, and I think the picture told it all, really, Ron.
It's a free kick to Forest at any rate, which Bryn Gunn will take. Now Steve Hodge. Christie. Now Mills. Bad press. Gary Mills really back in the game now after breaking a leg badly playing in America. Still got a pin in that broken leg, incidentally. And Bruce Crobble.
Hood hits a superb ball, but doesn't give Walsh a great deal of chance.
Neil finding Lee. Oh, the ricochet falls for Davenport, but the flag is up again for offside. Kennedy. Hansen. Neil.
Forest, of course, who were involved in the very first live league game on television, on ITV last season at Tottenham. And they were beaten 2-1. Still, I think, regarded by many people as just about the best game that's been live on
Television from the Cannon League. But now needing to defend again. Perhaps a little too far out, even for Liverpool, to test Steve Sutton. Kennedy and Dalglish behind the ball, just two in the wall. Well, howls of delight from the Forest fans. And putting the St John's ambulance men in greater danger down by the corner flag than Steve Sutton. Medford. Playing that long ball forward, and Hansen up beautifully, but it falls for Christie. Now Bowyer. Forest looking as though they might be able to open things up a little bit now after being under a lot of pressure for the opening 25 minutes. And here's Hodge, but offside.
Because that's the danger playing against the Liverpool back four. If the midfield players make their runs too early, they're going to get caught in offside positions. You notice that Medhard has started hitting a few of those long balls, I think trying to drop them over the top of Phil Neal for maybe Davenport to use his pace.
Handball they claimed, handball given. Free kick to Forest. 27 minutes, 0-0. Mills. Gillespie finding Rush, challenge too fiercely from behind by Fairclough and right under the eyes of referee Courtney. Free kick to Liverpool. It's Whelan in a bit of space. Mills coming across to cover it, but Dalglish being pursued by Method. Now what can he do? Well, he only gives it to Mills. Now Method. Oh, that wasn't a good ball at all. Straight to Phil Neal. Rush trying to get a 1-2 going, but it was Method who restored the situation for Forest for the moment at any rate. Now Johnston. Neal. Good play. Dalglish trying to hold off Fairclough, and the free kick given for the foul by Fairclough on Dalglish. Chris Fairclough, the 20-year-old, made his first appearance in the league, incidentally, against Liverpool at Anfield 2 years ago. So Liverpool now with Johnston behind it, with Phil Neal behind it, and Sammy Lee behind it.
Kennedy's also gone square, Brown. Whether they touch once for his left foot to have a dip.
It's Neal. And driven wide.
Seems to be a very, very steady, methodical game. There's no real tempo about the game. Liverpool are playing the game at their pace. I think Forest have, although they're doing better of late, they've still got to try and inject more pace into the game, I would have felt.
But a game that can only increase in tension the longer it goes on. Liverpool determined to get something from it. In the bottom three of the First Division, Nottingham Forest knowing that a victory will put them into the top 5, and Hodge in a bit of trouble, caught around the back of his left leg, around the Achilles area. Great little player, this one. I wouldn't even begin to think about doing Brian Clough's transfer news publicly, but you were interested in this young man, I think, earlier this week, weren't you, Ron, for Manchester United?
Well, that's right. We got wind that he might be available. He's the right sort of age for us. He's the right sort of type of player, and we made an inquiry. In fact, we made an offer to Brian, which wasn't accepted. But it was basically, I mean, I was a bit surprised when I heard that there was a possibility of him being available. At the moment, he's just doing more of a sitting role, but he's far better when he's making breaks past the strikers.
The right sort of age, as you say, 22 years old last Thursday, Steve Hodge. Right now, Swain. Method. He's in trouble, and Fairclough gets him out of it. Well, that's not the first time that Johnny Medhod this afternoon is a little bit vulnerable there right at the back.
Yeah, he's having a mixed sort of a game. At times he's shown some delightful control and delightful passing, and then others he's taken out chances. And I'm not altogether convinced his defensive position is all it should be.
Hodge seems to be moving freely enough after the knock he had a moment ago. Swain. Game that's looking for that one vital strike now, and here's Bowyer intent on setting it up for Nottingham Forest. Finding Walsh on the far side, bit of space. Can he get past Neal? He's done so. Calls for a good cross, and he's got it too. Hansen again is there, and the header finds Sammy Lee. Dalglish finding Neal. Lee. And Method nicely in control there. Putting a long and a good ball there. Perfect ball for Peter Davenport. Christie in the middle, Hodge coming up quick, Mills too. But they couldn't get it past Phil Neal. Bowyer. Support from Swain. On for Davenport. Swain again. And Lawrenson's clearance for Johnston, but looking up. Looked for a moment as though he might be dispossessed by Swain, but carries on, and here finds Ronnie Whelan. Rush took somebody away to the left, allowed a bit of space there for Craig Johnston. Oh yeah, getting caught. Whelan going on. The Liverpool fans looked around to see what the referee would react to that tumble in the area. He spread his arms wide, the game went on, and Liverpool get a throw. It's with Neil. Finding Lee. Now Dalglish. There's the ball for Lawrenson, and a goal kick. Well, as Ron was saying, Johnny Methood's having something of a mixed afternoon. 26, as you can see. When he was with AZ 67, incidentally, in Holland, he played against Liverpool in the European Cup. And as Kenny Dalglish reminded me before the start, scored in that game, although Liverpool won over the 2 legs. It's Neil for Liverpool. About 11 minutes to go to half-time. We've just come in on this rather damp Sunday afternoon. In this Cannon League First Division game, it's still Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 0. Davenport, Bowyer, Swain, Walsh scampering away down the left, and Swain is making good progress as well. Here's Colin Walsh. Swain. Christie. He's looking for the corner there, but they didn't even get the throw. Presumably, by the time it reached Phil Neal's head, the ball was over the line. And it's a free kick. Rush. Christie. Fairclough. Oh yeah. Watched, couldn't quite get it going, but they get a free kick for the foul by Gillespie on Christie. Moving now forward with a little more conviction, Ron Atkinson, or Nottingham Forest.
Yes, they've taken a little bit of control of the game. They're getting a lot of joy in behind the right back area.
Well, there's the cross coming in, Christie's header.
I feel from a spectacle point of view, there's been an awful lot of good possession football, but I'd just like to see more things happening in the penalty box. There hasn't, for instance, I don't think either keepers had to really make a save, have they yet?
Not yet. Dalglish going in there. And it's Whelan who's made a good break. And a goal! Ronnie Whelan for Liverpool. What a great break by Ronnie Whelan.
Some lovely football there, Brian. I don't think for a minute that Brian Clough will be very happy about his fullback's position here. Ronnie Whelan's just checked out of his run, left himself with a lot of space there, and yet he's the only Liverpool player in the box, and there's probably 3 red shirts in there.
Good work by Dalglish, and a peach of a cross. Good run from midfield by Ronnie Whelan, and a well-placed header wide of Steve Sutton. As Jim Rosenthal was telling you before the start, they hadn't scored in 4 previous league games, Liverpool. That is a precious goal for them today. Well, now what can Forest do about it? Here's Gary Mills. Can they strike back quickly? Not with a cross like that. was Ronnie's third goal of the season. I think there had been a feeling amongst one or two of the critics that he's a bit of a shrinking violet, that he hasn't quite performed in midfield this season as Liverpool know he can.
Yes, and I've heard that level against him, but that is one of his assets, the ability to get into the box when the ball's on the other side. In fact, he did it against us earlier this season and really was responsible for Liverpool's equaliser.
And the boy from Dublin has put Liverpool into the lead. Dalglish, made, of course, by Kenny Dalglish, and now Craig Johnston. Here's Phil Neal. And in fairness, Liverpool have played well enough to be deserving that lead this afternoon. Lee cross towards Rush this time. Fairclough winning it in the air. Whelan's touch. It'll come for Lawrenson. Thought just for a moment about a shot. Kennedy, in fact, with a header to Dalglish. Now Mills. Christie off in chase. Grobbelaar not for the first time this season outside his box. It wouldn't run for him, and the pass is a perfect one to Whelan. Lee. Changing the point of everything beautifully there. Turn and he finds Phil Neal, gets it back. Oh, what a good ball, what a good run by Phil Neal. And a good cross too towards Rush. Good save, good double save in point of fact by Sutton. Well, a great run by Phil Neal and some fine work by Sutton coming up. From Rush's header, saves it there.
I think he feels probably Rushy fouled the keeper on the second attempt when he went back in there. I must admit I couldn't see too much from here, but it looked okay to me, but the referee obviously showed something we didn't.
But a good reaction saved by Sutton for all that.
Oh, tremendous, yeah. I think Forest are giving Liverpool much too much time to play at their own tempo. And you're committing suicide if you let Liverpool dictate the pace of any game.
Well, they try to quicken it up with a quick throw, but sadly for Forest it wasn't taken from the right place. 5 minutes of the first half remaining, and Liverpool leading by Ronnie Whelan's goal to 0. Davenport trying to get Hodge away. Hansen's with him, and a corner for Forest. And with 40 minutes gone, the first corner of the game. Fairclough coming forward. Metcod and Garner staying behind. Walsh again. Played in for Hodge. The cross coming in towards Bowyer, but it was Lawrenson's header away to Dalglish. Lee to Dalglish. Now no, he can't. Rush can't keep it in. It'll be a throw to Forest. Hansen. Gillespie. Remember, Forest have not lost at home yet this season, but they're behind here now as Fairclough brings it away. Walsh with the long ball forward, cut out well by Gillespie. Neal finding Craig Johnston. Here's some space for Whelan. Kennedy. Lawrenson. Hansen. Christie, bring gun,
To Gary Mills. Forest ball. Another Forest throw. With a little over 2 minutes to half-time. Another Forest throw. Can Gunn produce a long one? Very respectable one indeed, but straight to the arms of Grobbelaar. Just throws such a great ball, does Bruce Grobbelaar. Hanson. Gillespie. Neal.
At the moment, Brian, the Liverpool lads look as if they're really enjoying playing. They're playing the game at their own tempo. They've got the added confidence now of a goal. The first goal, as you say, they've scored for weeks. And Forest really have got to, they've really got to get amongst them. I don't think they can afford, I keep saying it, I don't think they can afford Liverpool the time and space they're allowing them at the moment.
Lawrenson. Johnston. It goes a long way from Craig Johnston. It's tough for Craig Johnston after he's been in Australia while his wife's had a little daughter, Chelsea, who in fact is due with his wife to arrive back here in Britain next Sunday. He's looking forward to that. But it's hard for him now to get to the pace of this game, I would think, Ron.
Well, I would have thought so, but he set off like a train. He was making runs from the midfield beyond the full-backs. He steadied up a little bit, but I think he's settling into the pattern now. I think Liverpool are trying to establish a pattern on the game of just moving the ball around and making Forest get frustrated. In a way, they've sort of turned the tables around on Forest a little bit.
Linesman flagging for the foul by Hanson on Davenport, and as we come right to the last seconds of the first half, it might be just the opportunity for Nottingham Forest to put a bit of pressure on this Liverpool defence. Gary Mills with the free kick, short to Gunn. And again, Liverpool equal to it. Real concentrated effort there between Hanson and Johnston as the half-time whistle goes, and the rehabilitation of Liverpool, if indeed it needed to happen, is on its way with an excellent first half performance and the goal by Ronnie Whelan that gives them the interval lead. Well, in a moment we should get in the views of Ian St John and Jimmy Greaves with Jim